Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Spellslinger, and as promised, I do have test hands for the Stardust Synchron Turbo deck profile that was posted yesterday. If you are just finding this video now, I will have that deck profile posted right up there for you in the information tab. I'm going to go ahead and get this all shuffled out for you so we can get some test hands in. In this video, I'm going to be showcasing the main deck combo that you can get with this, as well as a couple things that you can do if you draw specific cards that you don't want to see in your opening hand, as well as just other combos that you can do if you don't get all of your combo pieces in your opening hand. So I'm going to go ahead and continue shuffling here, and while I do that, we will go ahead and get things going. So I'll see you in just a second once we're all shuffled up. Alright, so we'll go ahead and cut this, and we will start with our 5. Alright, so this is actually a pretty decent opening hand. You drew the Brotar, which you typically you don't want to do, but this will actually showcase one of the ways around opening the Brotar in hand. So from here, we open 2 Junk Converter, a Stardust Synchron, an Infinite Impermanence, and the Brotar. So what we're going to start off with, we are going to discard the Junk Converter and the Stardust Synchron. The Stardust Synchron is a tuner, so we are going to discard both of them, and we are going to add a Junk Synchron to hand. So this is good. So what we are going to do now, just shuffle that up, doesn't really matter, but we are going to normal summon our Junk Synchron, and we are going to target the Junk Converter in graveyard, and we are going to special summon the Junk Converter. Now what we are going to do is we are going to immediately synchro off and go into the Junk Speeder. Now we will use the Junk Speeder's effect to special summon all of the different named Synchron monsters in our deck. So we are going to get one of the Junk Synchron, we are going to get one of the Cyber Synchron, we're going to get one Stardust Synchron, and here is where the level 2 matters. So because we have the Brotar in our hand, we specifically need to grab the Fluor Synchron instead of the Satellite Synchron. So we are going to search and search and search. There it is. So we're going to specifically add the Fluor Synchron. So here is what we are doing now. We are special summoning all of these. We have the Fluor, the Stardust, the Cybers, and the Junk Synchron summoned. So from here, the Stardust Synchron's effect will activate, allowing us to add a Speller, like a Stardust Speller Trap. We're not going to grab the Mirage because we did not open the Arrive in Light, but we are going to grab the Arrive in Light, and we're going to add that to our hand. We're not going to activate this just yet, because we need to do it in a specific order. So from here, what we are going to do is we are going to synchro summon the Fluor and the Junk Speeder. We're going to grab the level 7, which is the Power Tool Dragon, and then the Fluor Synchron is going to activate. And because we have the Omni Dragon in hand, we can special summon the Omni Dragon Brotar because Fluor Synchron was used as a material. So we special summon the Omni Dragon Brotar. We activate the Omni Dragon Brotar, targeting the Junk Synchron. And what we do from here is we have to discard a card. We already used Junk Converter, so we don't need that. So we're going to discard the Junk Converter, and we are going to add a copy of Doppel Warrior. Add the Doppel Warrior to the hand. Alright, so from here, we're going to activate the effect of Power Tool Dragon. We are going to get all 3 of our living fossils out and present them to our opponent. There's only one here, so our opponent will our opponent will be forced to give us the living fossils. One of the living fossils, and we'll shuffle the rest back into the deck. Doesn't really matter how good it's shuffled right now. And then from here, what we're going to do is we're going to activate the Arrive in Light. and we are going to activate the effect to place a level 1 dragon from either our hand or deck on top of the deck, and we're going to grab the Converging Wills dragon, and we will put that on top of the deck. Now from here, we are going to synchro summon using the Stardust Synchron and the Power Tool dragon. We are going to summon the Stardust dragon. We special summon the Stardust dragon. That activates the Arrive in Light, which allows us to draw 1 card. Because we drew the Converging Wills dragon, we special summon the Converging Wills dragon. Now this is the step that was skipped because we had the Omni Dragon Brotar in our hand. Typically what would happen is the Converging Wills dragon would activate, allowing us to special summon the Omni Dragon Brotar from our deck. But because we had it in the opening hand and we had to convert a little bit, get the Fluor Synchron, and then special summon it out from hand. So we are doing pretty good from here. So the next step is we are going to synchro summon the Stardust Synchron. We're going to synchro summon using the Stardust Synchron and the Omni Dragon Brotar. And we are going to synchro summon one of the Assault Blackwings, Sohoya the Rainstorm. And then from there, we are going to activate the effect of the Stardust Synchron by tributing a monster, and then special summoning the Stardust Synchron from either hand or graveyard, and it was in the graveyard. That will allow us to activate the Doppel Warriors effect because a monster was special summoned from the graveyard. We can activate the Doppel Warriors effects and special summon the Doppel Warrior. Now, we synchro summon using the Junk Synchron and the Doppel Warrior, and we summon out the TG Hyper Librarian. After that, the effect of Doppel Warrior will activate, allowing us to get 2 tokens. Bear with me, I didn't have any tokens readily available, so we're just going to use these 2 Black Gardens as pseudo tokens. Alright, so from here, what we are going to do is we are going to use the Stardust Synchron and one of these tokens, which is level 1. We are going to synchro summon those into the Excel Synchron. Now, what we are going to do is we're going to activate the Excel Synchron's effect, sending the final remaining Stardust Synchron from our deck to the graveyard, and that is exactly why we play 3, because if we only played 2 and we opened 1, we wouldn't be able to go full combo like we want to do. And excuse me, with the TG Hyper Librarian before that, a little out of order. Forgive me, it's okay. It's just an example. We draw 1 card off of the TG Hyper Librarian, which is the Called by the Grave. A little late, but it'll still be used as interruption. Now the Excel Synchron is level 2. So what we can do now is use the Excel Synchron and the other level 1 token to synchro summon the Celestial Double Star Shaman, and then the Celestial Double Star Shaman's effect will activate, and we are going to bring back the Doppel Warrior and the Junk Converter. So lots of ways to go into what we want to do. Again, forgive me, forgot to draw, so we're just going to draw again, another Junk Converter. So that's fine. Now what we are going to do, we have all of the materials necessary to go into our first big monster, so we're going to use the Stardust Dragon, we are going to use the Doppel Warrior, and we are going to use the Converging Wills Dragon to synchro summon the brand spanking new support. We're going to synchro summon the Shooting Majestic Star Dragon. You can put it in defense or you can put it in attack. It's up to you. More attack, but if you want to play around Lightning Storm, you can put it in defense. It has 3,300 attack, or 3,300 defense, excuse me. And then from there, we get we get a couple effects. So we get the effect of Hyper Librarian, and we get the effect to special summon 2 more of the tokens with Doppel Warrior for the second time. And we draw another card. It's another Imperm. That's awesome. So we have 3 interruptions in our hand, 2 Imperm and a Called by the Grave, which is awesome. All right, so from here, what we are going to do is we are going to synchro 3. We are going to use a Double Star Shaman and one of the level 1 tokens. We are going to get the Martial Metal Marcher. We're going to get the effect of Hyper Librarian and the effect of Martial Metal Marcher. We're going to special summon back the Celestial Double Star Shaman with the effect, and we are going to draw 1 card. Hey, look at that, Ash Blossom. So that puts us up to 4 interruptions in our hand. So yeah, there's that. We get the Double Star Shaman and we get the Metal Marcher. So from here, what we are going to do is we are going to synchro summon with the Shaman with the Junk Converter and with the black, with the Doppel token, and that is 5, and we are going to get the second Sahoya the Rainstorm. So this is actually going to go 3 chains. We're going to get chain 1, the Hyper Librarian, chain 2, the Sahoya the Rainstorm, and chain 3, the Junk Converter. So going backwards, we get the Junk Converter. We are going to special summon back the Excel Synchron. The chain 2, we're going to get the Assault Blackwing effects. We can special summon the other Blackwing that we summoned earlier in the turn. And then the last effect, we get the Draw, which is the second living fossil. Not super helpful, but it's fine. Alright, so only a couple more steps left. What we are going to do is we're going to synchro a 5 and a 3, which is an 8, and we are going to bring out the Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. We get a draw off of TG Hyper Librarian. What do you look at that? Another hand trap. We have Ghost Bell, so that brings us up to 5 interruptions in our hand. That's amazing. From here, what we are going to do now, we're going to look at our hand, and we're going to use one of the living fossils, and we are going to target the Celestial Double Star Shaman. So we'll get that back out. And then from here, what we are going to do, only a couple steps left. We are going to Synchro Summon using the Celestial Double Star Shaman. We're going to Synchro Summon using the Sahoya and the TG Hyper Librarian. Like I was saying earlier, in the deck profile, that's our 12 that we need for the very specific summon of the Cosmic Blazer Dragon. So there is that. That is awesome. And then, because of the living fossil, just remember that the Celestial Double Star Shaman will be banished. And then the last part of this that we are going to do, is we are going to activate the effect of Sahoya to banish the other copy of itself in the graveyard, and then special summon itself out. So, with all of this being said, we have a total of 3 negates on board with the Shooting Majestic Star Dragon, the Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, and the Cosmic Blazer Dragon. We have a setup for the following turn to go into the Satellite Warrior, because we can Synchro Summon on our opponent's turn with the Excel Synchron. So we have that. We nuke their board when we get Satellite Warrior out, and it gains a shit ton of attack. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 Synchro monsters in the graveyard. 5, 6, 7. 7 total when you Synchro off, so you can nuke literally their entire board with whatever they have up, and then you can get Satellite Warriors attack up to an astronomical number. So we have that, and then over the course of the turn we have been drawing, we drew 2 infinite impermanents. We drew an Ash and a Ghost Bell and a Called by the Grave. So with all of that being said, once we set both of the infinite impermanents and we set the Called by the Grave in our hand with 2 negates, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 interruptions / negates. 9 of them. That's absolutely insane. And you have the opportunity to draw either another one of these, another Imperm, the Imperial Order, the Majestic Mirage. There's just so many ways that you can gain advantage and gain negates with this deck, and this is the main way that you will be going into it with this version of the deck, of course. And I'm actually really happy that we drew the where's it at? I'm really happy that we were able to draw the Brotar in our opening hand, so I could show you how to work around that with Fluor Synchron, because we have the Fluor and the Satellite Warrior. So if you draw the Omni Dragon Brotar, you want to make sure that you summon the Fluor Synchron, so you can get the Omni Dragon Brotar out of your hand and still be able to full combo the entire way. So, like I'm saying, just to recap, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 interruptions. And like I'm saying, that is absolutely insane. There's no way that anyone can be able to play through that. You have so many monster negates. You have a Omni negates. You have a summon negation, an attack negation, a field nuke, imperm, called by, hand traps. You literally have everything that you need. So that is going to be the insane main combo of the deck. So we'll get into one more combo with like a suboptimal way to do this, which is still insane. And then I'll just show the last resort, the red supernova dragon play that you can do. But yeah, you literally use your entire extra deck. You have 2 cards left in your extra deck once you're done with the combo, but it is well worth it. It's absolutely insane. And 9 negates and interruptions, you cannot beat that. Not even Pendulum can compete with that. All right. So we'll go ahead and get into the next one right now. All right, so for the sake of just showing the suboptimal combo without actually drawing it, this is basically what you need. You need a Cyber Synchron and a Caligo Clockrow, and you can get the Cyber Synchron pretty easily with tuning or just anything else if you don't have like access to your converters or anything like that. But 2-card combo to be able to suboptimally do the combo that I just showed you. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna normal summon the Cyber Synchron, activate the effect, special summon the Caligo Clockrow, activate the effect of the Cyber Synchron to double the level of the Caligo Clockrow. So you have a 4 and you have a 1. So then you'll synchro into your Junk Speeder. You'll activate the effect of your Junk Speeder to summon out all of the things that you need. For here, we'll just get, doesn't really matter for the 2s, but we will grab everything that we need here. So we'll go ahead and grab all of that. We will summon everything out here, make it look kind of pretty. The effect of the Stardust Synchron, we will grab the Arrivin' Lights. Grab the Arrivin' Lights. After that, we are going to synchro into our Power Tool Dragon. Activate the effect of the Power Tool Dragon to add one of the living fossils. Of course, you'll have to reveal all 3, but you'll get the living fossil to your hand. After that, you'll go ahead and activate the Arrivin' Light, which will put the Will's Converging Dragon on top of your deck, or the Converging Will's Dragon on top of your deck. Then you'll go ahead and synchro summon into your Stardust Dragon. You'll synchro into the Stardust. Then the Arrivin' Light will activate. You'll draw the Converging Will's Dragon and special summon the Converging Will's Dragon. The effect of the Converging Will's Dragon to target the Junk Synchron, you'll have to discard one of the cards from your hand and then add the Doppel Warrior. Sorry, missed a step. Real quick, sorry. So when you summon the Converging Will's Dragon, that's totally on me. Just a little brain blurb right there. My bad. When that is summoned, you summon out the Brotar. The Brotar targets the Junk Synchron, and then you discard and add the Doppel Warrior. So, excuse me, my bad right there. Just a little blurb right there. After that, then you synchro the Stardust and the Brotar to go into the Assault Blackwing play. After that, you activate the effect of the Stardust Synchron, tribute off the Assault Blackwing, and then that activates your Doppel Warrior. After that, you synchro into your TG Hyper Librarian with the Junk Synchron and the Doppel Warrior. Get both of your tokens. You then can synchro 5 for your Excel Synchron. You will activate the effect of the Hyper Librarian to draw a card, a Ghost Spell. That's pretty good. After that, you'll activate the effect of the Excel Synchron, and you will send the another copy of Stardust Synchron to lower its level by 4. Then you'll synchro into a level 2, and that will, of course, be the Celestial Double Star Shaman. And here is where everything differs. You'll get your draw from the Hyper Librarian as well. Got a tuning, that's pretty good. So here is where everything differs. So instead of the typical play being Doppel Warrior and the Junk Converter, you'll have to get the Doppel Warrior and the Caligo Claw Crow. If you were able to draw the tuning, or if you were able to draw into your Junk Converter before you activate the Celestial Double Star Shaman effect, then you can just sub out the Caligo Claw Crow for the converter, and you can continue and get your full combo. But for this instance, I'm just going to show the suboptimal combo as normal. So we have the Doppel Warrior and we have the Caligo Claw Crow. So from here, what we are going to be doing, like normal, is getting the Stardust Dragon, the Converging Wolves Dragon, and the Doppel Warrior, and we will be synchroing off into the Shooting Majestic Star Dragon. We'll activate the effect of the Doppel Warrior again to get both of those tokens again, and then Synchro 3 for the Martial Metal Marcher. We'll get the Chain 1, Chain 2, so we'll bring back the Celestial Double Star Shaman, and then get the draw, which will be Doppel Warrior. And then we will go ahead and Synchro 5 with the Claw Crow, the Shaman, and the token, and we will get the second Blackwing here. So we will go, we're going to go Chain 1, and Chain 2, so we will be able to get our our other copy of the Blackwing out, and as well as draw a copy of another copy. So we got the Majestic Mirage, which is awesome. That'll definitely help the end board there. So now what we do is we are going to Synchro Summon using the Sahoya and the Martial Metal Marcher, and we get out the Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, and we get the effect right here to draw the card, and we have a Junk Synchron, which is fine. Alright, so from here, what we are going to do, because we drew the tuning, and because we drew a couple other things, we can go into a cool play here, which is we activate the tuning, and we get ourselves the Satellite Synchron, and we add that Satellite Synchron to hand. We'll shuffle up just for the rest of the effects, and we'll send the top card to the graveyard. IO, that kind of sucks, but it's alright. We have a lot of negation going for us here anyway. So now what we do is we activate the Living Fossil like we normally do. We'll get the Celestial Double Star Shaman, and because we special summon from the graveyard, we can now activate the effect of the Satellite Synchron to special summon it from the graveyard. Now what we can do, which is pretty cool, is we go about our business like normal. We Synchro 12 using those 3 material for the Cosmic Blazer Dragon, and then what we can do, the Double Star Shaman will be banished because of the Living Fossil. Then what we can do is we activate the effect of Sahoya in the graveyard to banish the other copy and special summon itself out. And then we synchro using the Satellite Synchron and the Sahoya to go into an FA Dawn Dragster. Which is really cool. So basically what happens now, instead of having the field nuke with Satellite Synchron, Satellite Warrior, we just have the FA Dawn Dragster, and we couldn't get that play because we didn't have the Junk Converter in the graveyard to special summon off of the Celestial Double Star Shaman. Which is fine. This board is plenty good without it. It's just another way to kind of get the board going. So 2 random cards. Ideally, they'd be hand traps or interruption, but just off of what we drew 2 interruption. We drew Ghost Spell and we drew the Majestic Mirage. So we set the Majestic Mirage, we hold the Ghost Spell in hand, and that gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 negates and interruption, which is awesome. It's really good. It's really powerful. There's not a whole lot that your opponent can do about this, again, unless they stop it early on. yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 levels of interruption. So that is the suboptimal play. I'll show you the one really quick with the red supernova dragon, just to end things off. But that's the suboptimal way that you can do things. And even when you're doing the suboptimal way, if you end up drawing the converter before you go into your initial play with the Celestial Double Star Shaman, then you can summon the converter instead of the Claw Crow from your hand, because Celestial Double Star Shaman specifically lists from your graveyard or your hand. So if you go through it and you draw the junk converter, then you're fine. There's so many ways that this deck can turbo out the things that you need if you don't draw them in your opening hand, which is awesome. So I'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and just showcase the last little bit, the last play with the red supernova dragon. We'll go from there. Just the last little hand, just to showcase the different ways that you can go into your plays. If you open junk converter and any tuner, it's full combo. If you open up the Stardust Synchron and the Caligo Claw Crow, then you have the downgraded combo with the ability for it to become the full combo. If you open the junk Synchron and the junk converter, then you're set. But basically, these two, you want to see this as your backup to go into things. But yeah, so we'll just go ahead and get things going, just, you know, for the sake of everything. If you open up this, discard both of these, and then you can add a junk Synchron from your deck to your hand. Normal summon the junk Synchron, special the junk converter, and then go into your junk speeder play like normal. Activate the junk speeder, and you can go into your big play like you normally would. Okay. And then if you want an extra layer of protection when you synchro off the junk Synchron and the converter, you can activate the effect of the converter to chain block and get another copy of your junk Synchron. So you'll have a full board of this. Then once everything's out, you can activate the effect to get yourself the Speller Trap if you want to, but for this purpose we'll just show the big play. You're gonna synchro summon using the junk speeder, the Stardust Synchron, the Satellite Synchron, and the Stardust Synchron to go into your big old red supernova dragon. You go into this play if you suspect that your opponent has a way to stop your main combo, or if there's anything else that you think that your opponent might do, or if you're not feeling super confident about everything else, then you can go into this. But with that being said, it's a 5,500 attack because in this case now, it is a 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 4 tuners in the graveyard. So it's at 6,000 attack that can't be destroyed by battle, and can only be dealt with by either like banishing it or beating over it, which is not likely since it's at 6,000 and will only continue to grow. And then the cool thing about this combo is that if you open up other specific things, like if you have the Arrive in Light, and you put that down before you have your red supernova dragon on board, then there are ways. I've done it a couple times where I have been able to combo like this, and still be able to go into the like a shooting majestic star dragon, as well as a like a crystal wing and stuff like that, and then your end board looks like this, which is absolutely cracked again. But yeah, this deck is just so fun. There's so many ways you can go about your combos and just deal with your opponent's things and stuff like that. So I really hope that you guys have enjoyed. Again, like I said in my first in the deck profile, as of making this, only 3% of you guys are subscribed. Do me a solid, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, do all that stuff. It helps me out a lot, motivates me, all the cliche stuff again. But like I said, I hope you guys have enjoyed hanging out and doing these test hands with me and stuff like that. And I will see you guys very soon with another video. Take care. Have a great day, you guys.